I just received an intriguing email from my cousin Martin Pringle. Him and his mate Dave Smith and Martin had been out in the hills around Galashiels and had found these what looked like cup-marked stones. Fantastic discovery. I don't know how the hell they found them because it really is in the middle of nowhere. So well done to them for finding that. But they sent me some little photos and I was intrigued. So I decided I need to look a bit further into this. So I looked on my map, the exact location where Martin was telling me this, that he'd found this. And wouldn't you know it, the place on the map, not on the current OS map, but if you look on some older maps, the hill where they found these cup-marked stones is known as Picts Hill. Picts Hill. Now I didn't even know this existed. So I thought I need to go and investigate. So I've came out today in the hills around Galashiels, Laddup Moor, to look for Picts Hill, to look for these marked artistic Pictish stones that I've been told about, and to try and put some pieces of the puzzle together. Does it really exist? Let's go and see what's going on Picts Hill. This is the summit of what's known as Picts Hill, and it does have fantastic views over the countryside. And there is this clearing, which has potentially been a forestry thing, but I think it's older than that because even on some old maps there's a real circular clearing at the top of this hill, which maybe indicates some sort of fort or broch or some sort of settlement there. There's definitely that circle is older than the Forestry Commission. Really getting quite excited about this now because you can clearly see on those drone shots that there is a mound or a ditch around the outside of this quite modern quarry, and it's not the waste through the quarry, it's definitely a sort of round, much older ditch than what the quarry is. I think this was definitely some sort of fort up here. Let's go and just have a look on the ground at these ditches that I didn't really notice until I put the drone up. I actually think this whole thing here is like a man-made mound, and there's been a fort on top of it. The whole forestry thing's destroyed it. it's not destroyed it, but you can't see it properly. It's definitely a man-made mound up here, and this is not on the OS maps, by the way. It's not anywhere on the maps. Yeah, the forestry's kind of obliterated it, but you can definitely see the mounds and ditches up here. It almost reminds me of the Ring Fort. But why is it called the Picts Hill? Why is it called Picts Hill? But what evidence is there that the Picts survived here, apart from a few mentions and a few texts? Well, there's a lot of stuff that I've talked about already in previous films. The Catrail, the Picts Ditch earthwork, Torwood Brock, Bowcastle Brock, Crossley Brock, 3 Brocks in Galashiels. The evidence of Pictish influence in this area is actually huge, and this could be massive. Picts Hill, I've never heard of it before. Picts Hill. So there's the evidence of that fort up there. But the other thing, the main thing that I'm looking for, is these cup-marked rocks that Martin's told me about. But where are they? Instead of going through the pine forest, probably better just to skirt round it. I'm beginning to see a lot of old rocks here now, like big worked stones. There's another one. Now here we go. Beginning to see these big rocks here. Huge rocks. Is this the ones I've been looking for? It's actually quite scary up here in this deep heather, because, especially when it's sunny, because snakes love this stuff. And a nice sunny day like today, they'll be out lapping it up. Like these enormous boulders like this one are laid side to side. That's no, I don't think that's the forestry that's done that. That's something older. Try to see if there's any markings on these rocks. It's a bit difficult to tell, there's so much moss on them. More evidence of these huge boulders. This one is very square. I don't think that's natural. And all these boulders are all in a kind of line. Is there any marks on this? Can't see much. So you would really need to come back with a brush and a trowel. This massive thing here looks like it could have been a big monolith. Or was that standing at some point in time? Any marks on it? I can't see any marks on that one right enough. There's another. Whoa! Watch. Another sort of oblong. I mean, it could be natural, don't get me wrong, but there's like 2 what you could term as monoliths there. I was just going to walk back that way over the fields and along the road, but none ventured, none gained. Let's go back into the dragon's den or the snake's lair. Is there any marks on this rock? Not really. Not really. Oh well. frustrating. I think if you're keen enough to see a ringing cup mark on a stone, you'll probably see it anyway, even if it's not there. Who were the Picts? The Picts, according to common history, were the wild men of Scotland. They were the wild men of the north of Scotland. But there are lots of sources. St. Columba's writing from Iona being one, which refers to the southern Picts. And I think the southern Picts were the wild men of the western southern uplands, the Selgovai tribes. Probably had contacts and connections with the Picts further north. We were all north of the wall. They probably had alliances and allegiances very strong throughout the communities. We're definitely going to have to go deeper into this forest to find something, I think. So let's go into the forest. I think these definitely are cup marks here. They're too circular to be natural, and there would have been more. I think there would have been more if it was natural. And on this hill it'd be difficult to form that sort of circle just from some sort of acid rain or something like that. I think that's definitely something. There's just so many of these large stones. I think a lot of these are, some of them might be glacial or whatever, but I really do think that a lot of these are man-worked stones, or they've been used for a man-made purpose. Look at the lines on that one. You see that in the video? Yes, this is it. This is what I've been looking for. Cut mark. Definite cut mark. Definite cut mark. Definite cut mark. And this one's got the rings around it as well. This one probably did too at some point, but that's definite human worked stone there. Yes. I'm buzzing now. I don't want to get too far out of this forest because I'll get lost. Here we go. Yes. Yes. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah. And this stone here, this is an absolute gem, buried deep in an old conifer forest. Massive shout out to Martin for finding this. Well, I found it as well, but it was him that told me it was here. Look at these marks. And this stone itself, you know, if it was in this position, you can almost dream of that being used as a centre place of a house or somewhere where they did something with animals, something, you know, and it's obviously a really useful stone because it's nice and flat and they've got all these marks on it. This hill was a centre of population. And for me it was a centre of population of the Picts, that's why it's called Picts Hill. Oh, fantastic, fantastic place. I mean, this is amazing. I'm so tempted to swear, to express my delight. But you know, it feels like some sort of old Pictish, Druidish temple in the middle of the forest here. Wow, just wow. Not on any maps. Amazing. We could potentially be rewriting the entire historical map of Galashiels and the Scottish borders here. But how does this Picts Hill, and if this was a settlement, or I'm sure it was, based on all the evidence I've just shown you, how does this tie in with the rest of the Pictish evidence and settlements around here? Well, let's put the drone up and have a look. You can see from the drone shot how close we really are to Torwood Brock. There's probably a visual line of communication between the two. And the other interesting thing, the really interesting thing, is on Canmore. I can't remember the exact date, but somebody through aerial photography had identified a Roman road, what they thought was a Roman road in this area. That was never proven to be a Roman road, but there was something there. And I think it wasn't a Roman road at all. It was a native road or a native ditch, something like the Catrail or a continuation of the Catrail in this easterly direction. Roman roads just wouldn't have existed there behind the Pictish lines. And if you look at the setting here, we're just right opposite the Eildon Hills. Was this another outpost of the southern Picts, the Selgavai, as they kept watch on the Votadini over there on Eildon Hill North? I think it was. Genuinely, with all the investigations and expeditions I've been on in the Scottish borders in the last couple of years, I'm really, really genuinely excited about this. We've got the Brochs and Galashiels, we've got the Catrail, the Picts, ditch, earthwork, and what I think I've just shown you there right now is the fact that we've got some Pictish stone art as well. I think my theory is true. The Picts were here